Okay, so I'm going to crack straight on with the prep. Okay, so I'm going to get my glasses for this. So I'm quite excited to see the horses all stripped of their paint. Some of them will need a little more work. What I'm doing is I'm just seeing if I've got any more suitable files that I could use. I'll be able to use that one because some of these and that one, they need filing. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, what I will do, give them a quick brush off with the wire brush here. Just remove any lingering traces. I can't believe how difficult these red horses were, because they may even end up being a different colour. I don't know. I'll file the bottoms, but yeah, they may end up being a different colour. Who knows? Right, so that's that one. So there's 12 horses for the Totopoly game, and 3 of each colour, and there's lightweights and heavyweights, you see. Oh, the yellow one, but they'll all be mixed up now. This was a black one. They'll all be mixed up, you see, because it really doesn't matter. They will all be getting primed and prepped now. Just wanting any last little bits to be removed and gone. Okay, so what I will do, I will come back to you when I've scrubbed all, might as well knock them all over. When I've scrubbed all these up and got them ready for, well, and I'll have filed them. So what I'm going to do here, look, I'm just going to take the bottom, get file it like that. You don't need to see me doing that. So I will come back to you when that's all done. Okay, so I'm at the stage now where I've filed them down. The underside, that is, because some of them had a mold line going across the middle, which made them a little bit rocky when you put them on the table. They're all completely flat now. I'll just show you on one. So it's all been filed off to make it level. So what I'm doing now, and I've wire brushed them all as well. So I'm just getting my airbrush before I prime them. Nothing in it. A high PSI 6. I'm just brushing it off, blowing off the particles, any dust that might be on there before I prime. And you'll hear the compressor kicking in there. So I'll just do this for each of them. Alright, and then I'll come back and prime them. Right, so this is the primer I'm going to use, German Panzer Grey. It's a pretty good primer. Primers, metal, plastic, brass, resin, pretty much anything you want to prime, this stuff will adhere to it. So I'm giving it a bit of a shake. I'm going to set the PSI on my airbrush down a lot lower. I'm going to set it to about a bit more than that. About 30 psi. That should that should do it. Now, if I can find it right, what I always do, I put some retarder into my airbrush first, like so. Just spray a bit out. Give this a good shake. Shouldn't need an awful lot of it, so I'll just shake it up here, and I will prime these horses. Might speed it up for your viewing pleasure. So I'm just going to pop some paint into my airbrush there, like so. Put the cap on. That gives it a better pressure all around. Make sure on the here it's coming out, and off I go. So as you can see, all primed up and nice and dry. I'll just hand prime the bottoms of these just to give it a coating, but yeah, I'm very pleased with that. I contemplated whether I was going to be airbrushing them, their actual colours, or hand painting them by brush. I think I'll just hand paint them. I'll know that, you know, more love and care has gone into it then, rather than just blast over. I've got my Windowline here, I best put that away. Just as a side note, Windowline does work just as well as Windex, in my humble opinion, for those of you that are into your airbrushing. Yeah, so that's that. So they're all primed up, so I can now start to get the colours on them. I'll just prime the bottom of them by hand. I'll do that quickly, and then I will come to paint them. So I think I'll leave this video here, so you can see there now. Look, just get it on camera. There you go. We're all good to go with our paint. Now get rid of that crappy paint job they had on them, and they'll have nice lovely colours on. I may talk about deciding what colours to put on them. I kind of want to do it as an on the bench as well, or kind of have it as part of the Totopoly restoration project, but it will be a paint along video. We might do that. We'll see how we go with that. But yeah, let's pack all this away now. Let's turn my heater off. It's getting sweltering out here. It's a lovely day here. The sun is shining. I've had the door open when I first came in, actually. I just got a little chilly towards the last sort of hour or so. But I'm so looking forward to getting these done and get on with the next stage of the project. Of course, I have other projects on the go at the same time as this, so it's a little difficult interspersing it with like my Mansions of Madness and my RPG projects and Kill Team and various other things. But yes, so I feel we're definitely heading in the right direction now with this. So that's awesome. So what I will do is I will literally take them off their base like so. I will just paint up or prime the bottom there by hand. Then when it's dry, I'll stick them back on, and I'll go back and I will hand paint the colours on. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I already know I'm going to be using a Baden black, and I'm going to use my Fiston red, but for the blue and the yellow, or whatever way around it will be, I don't know what colours I will be using. It's quite a light blue they use, so I shall be looking at that. In fact, I could probably go and do that now. So all I've got to do is literally wheel my paints over. So, like my Fiston red, so that will be the red. Abaddon black. Now for the yellow, I don't actually have that much in the way of yellows, and yeah, it's an intriguing one because the base color yellow I don't think is really the right sort of yellow to Avalon Sunset. I don't know, I feel it's more of a Cygnus yellow, perhaps. That's something I need to sort of work on. I'm not sure about the yellow here there. Of course there's Uriel yellow. I don't think it's Flash Gets yellow. I think maybe Uriel yellow might do it. Of course you have a Demonic yellow, which is more like I don't know, it's not quite so dark as Avalon Sunset. It doesn't have quite that much brown undertone. Or Demonic yellow. That might be a good idea. Let's just remind myself. Oh yeah, quite like that, but I'm not sure how it will take to the. If I remember rightly, Demonic yellow is very pigment thin, so it will take several layers. So I'm not sure about that one. So no, I don't think Demonic yellow. I don't think so. Go flat yellow. I suppose. Let's try that flat yellow. Flat yellow could be an option. Model colour. Yeah, definitely not Avalon Sunset. Definitely not Flash Gets yellow. I'm thinking Uriel yellow might be good. Yes, I think Uriel yellow. Uriel yellow for the win. Right now, it's just the blues. Now, as I recall, it's quite a light blue. Quite a light blue. So I don't know. Maybe I've got Arcane blue. I've got Techless blue. No, it's not. It's it's much lighter than that. Baharov blue, nope. Hoef blue. Yeah, I don't know. Lothern blue or Arcane blue. I mean, they really are lightweight. I think Arcane blue. Yeah, definitely Arcane blue. So that's probably the colours I'm going to try. When I get to painting it, I'll just move that out of the way. So Arcane blue for the blues are the really lightweights. Then we've got, you can have Uriel yellow for the next ones up. They're lightweights as well. The Fiston red for the reds, the heavyweights, and the Baden black for the black ones, which are of course they're like the fastest and the strongest ones. See, the idea of the game is you train them up first, and then you race them. I mean, depending on how the training goes, it could be that the lightweight ones have more advantage than the heavyweights, but that's just like kind of the luck of the game, and a little bit of strategy involved as well. I do love it as a horse racing game. It's my favourite, bar none. I have so many good cool memories attached to this game, especially when I used to play it with my friend. And yeah, so what I'll do after this video, I will prime them up and I will get them all painted. We'll come back on the next video, they will be painted, I think, or I'll do a paint along video that will deal with that. I haven't decided yet. So the next video, they'll either be painted or I'll be painting them. Yeah. Or I could do it as an on the bench, or one for my patrons. Do it that way. I could do it that way. That might be an option, actually. Do it for my patrons. Yeah, because on the bench is kind of tied up with my Mansions of Madness at the moment. So yeah, so anyway, this is the end of this video. They are going to be all primed before I have to do anything else. So I should be taking them off their bases and hand priming the bases of the horses themselves. So thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Remember, all brushes lead to war, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now. Bye bye.